One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome into Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green. How is everyone doing in the chat? And John, man, how you doing, sir?
What's going on, Ahman? You got me all right?
I got you clear. You're nice, crystal clear, loud.
Nice.
All right. We got a fun show for you today. We got a special guest. I can't wait to get her on here. I'm super excited. I believe some of her chat is already in here. I could start seeing new names that I'm pretty sure they are from you know who, John's chat.
Yeah.
So super excited about that today. So if your first time coming into my Gamers Lounge, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, this is a place where, all inclusive. We're talking about video games, stuff around video games, from movies to anime to AI. We always talking AI, John.
Sorry, that's me.
We're always talking
just
AI.
happens.
We're at that time and place where from all the movies we've seen, like Terminator, The Matrix, stuff is happening that is been spoken about. So it's kind of that time. So we talk about that sometimes. And then we have a great people coming on. We have a great guest coming on today, special guest. And I'm super excited to introduce and have a conversation. And something we're going to do for the first time here on the Gamers Lounge is play some video games. We're going to play some video games. Play some Call of Duty, John.
This is going to be amazing.
So you get to spectate while me and our guest play some Call of Duty, maybe some Warzone, because that's more her game right there, is playing Warzone. So super excited. So what's up, man? What you been up to since last week, basically? How's your week been?
Man, what's been going on? Just been busy with work. For those new to this podcast, I broadcast basketball games on the radio. So for the University of Wisconsin. So just got that W in Minnesota, which was awesome. Swept the Gophers this season. Other than that, man, just been keeping busy with all of that, I guess. How about you?
Same thing. Teaching, coaching, watching my players play in the big esports conference.
Yeah.
Last week I had my birthday on Friday. Got jacked though.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, you heard the last word. We got jacked. So my daughter and Marie ordered some birthday gifts because they were coming from out of town. That got shipped to the house, and they made it to the front porch, but they didn't make it in the house. So we have the ring that caught the criminal of theft on. So we couldn't clearly see the person's face. Marie thinks it was a woman, not sure, but it's like hoodie and pulled over their head. So they took my Lego sets, man. They jacked my Legos. I'm a Lego guy.
right?
I had a Sonic the Hedgehog Lego set that I asked for my birthday, and a Bowser from the movie, Super Mario Brothers movie, Bowser Lego set. They jacked it off my front porch, man. So we called the police. We made a report. So just waiting.
That sucks. Do you ever see that real quick? Because I know we've got our guest coming up. Did you ever see the video of there's this guy on YouTube? I don't have his name right now. Maybe someone in the chat knows who I'm talking about, where he'll make like fake packages set up with like fart spray. And like when you open it, like glitter goes all over. There's noise, like GPS.
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't
like
seen that.
Everything you can imagine's in that thing. And he does that just to F with those people.
I probably need to do that because I was like, Marie's like, God dang it. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, it's okay. It's the birthday. No, we got jacked. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's crap. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh man, hey, but it is what it is. Well, we reported it, so we did hear back from the cops, but we got to submit some more videos because we have the ring. We could download that to the case file, getting all FBI and CIS action going on over here. But we're on a lot of streams here, platforms, y'all. We have the raid coming in. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you supporting. And we're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. And then, of course, we're on Twitch. So we're a lot of places. And so I'm excited about our show today. Real quick, let me do the read for one of our sponsors of the show, Sly. So play is an essential part of life, whether digital or outdoors, which is a great weather down here, by the way, John. It's like 70 degrees in Nebraska right now.
It's 60 in Wisconsin. So
it's awesome. So whether digital or outdoors, exploring your world is fun. Keep the good times rolling and support your play with Sly Boost, which I have my Sly Boost with me today.
Nice.
Because we're going to be playing some video games, so I want to get all ready to go. And then Sly Chill and Dream. So at the end of the day of gaming, explore. All right, there we go. So I think it's time to bring in our guest, man.
Let's go.
I think to do something different. So this, I'll say young lady, is a gamer. Has been gaming for a long time and started a few years after me, but has been knocking it out the park so much that sometimes she's get accused of hacking and being just a baller at Warzone. So let me bring in here our special guest, Tactical Gramma. Yay! And we share the same sponsors. There we go. How you doing? Oh, we got audio. No audio yet. I think we gotta click it somewhere. So, and she got her crew in. Everybody that's part of her community are called the grandkids, John, of course.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you.
Perfect. I didn't know which one it was going to be.
Right. So how are you doing, Tactical Gramma?
How are you? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I've been knowing your name for a long time and been watching a stream every now and then, and like, she goes hard. I like it. She is having fun, and she's taking names too. Yeah, taking names as well. So so what we do in the first part of our conversation, and then we're gonna get into some gaming real soon as well, because that's what we like to do here in the game. We gotta play video games. And so first thing, before we get to gaming, I would like to ask, and by the way, this is my co-host John.
Hey, John.
All right. And in the chat, and then a lot of people are from, you had the raid from your show.
Yeah.
And you've been gaming since about 9 a.m. your time, right?
Yes.
Something like that. Because I've been on the website, you got the website down, you got the social media down.
We're trying.
I believe your husband helps out with that, so that's awesome support.
He's I lovingly call him my momager.
Momager. Great. It was between that and your community called the grandkids. You can't get no better than that.
We got the whole family.
Exactly. Okay, so the one question I ask all my guests, because there's always a gamer origin story. How'd you start gaming? Was it, who was it? How old were you? And what were the games that was introduced to you when you started getting into playing video games?
Well, way back when I was 7, a game called Pong came out. It's the first game I remember seeing. My parents, so we had a standalone Pong first. And so we would play that, just the little, the blip across the screen. My parents liked it too. And then we got like Atari 2600 and we would play that on Sundays as a family. We'd all take turns playing, mom, dad, my brother and I. We just never stopped. I had a period when I was playing. I was a soccer goalie and I was, in high school competing and stuff. I didn't play as much then because it was school and soccer, but then again, after that I did.
Nice. I think it's really cool that you've got Pong and the whole family's playing Pong.
Oh yeah.
Because I think like nowadays that happens so I like to play, video games with my daughter. She's 11, but many times it's the parents being like, here's the video game system. Bye. And so I think that's pretty cool that your first introduction to video games was like a family thing.
Yeah, it was that way. And then it was that way with our kids as well. My kids my son liked games more than my daughters, but they liked certain games. Like they would like Mario Party. We'd all sit around as a family, play Mario Party. We did buy the Dance Dance Revolution because the girls like that. And then there was a karaoke one. So we got everybody involved with what they liked. But my son, my husband, and I liked first person shooters.
Of course.
Yeah.
Getting out
we had to watch it with the son for a little bit. Yeah. We had to wait till he was a little older.
Of course. So next question is, so once you playing video games from all those years, and then bam, this new thing called streaming starts up on Twitch.
Yeah.
All right. So how did you get the idea to come up about getting into streaming video games?
That's a good question. So my son had watched streamers on Twitch for a long time, and he kept going, Mom, you need to go watch Tim the Tatman. You need to go watch so-and-so play video games. And I was like, that's stupid. Why would I go watch people play video games when I can just play video games? And so I never would go watch them. And then the way Facebook it's not so much anymore. With the streaming on there, it would just it came up in my feed. So I saw these two streamers, Darkness 429 and the Pull Shark, were playing Fortnite, and they were funny. So I just kept coming back and watching it every day. So it kind of got put in my face with social media. And then I kind of got hooked on it. And then because I have arthritis, I had to switch from console to PC. So my husband's like, well, we'll just get you a PC. You can learn how to, play mouse and keyboards. You can still game because we like to game so much.
Right.
And then as soon as I got it, I should have known that something was up, because as soon as I got it, both him and my son were like, you should stream. I'm like, I was 54 when I started. I'm like, no one's going to watch someone my age play video games. They're like, you have nothing to worry about, do you? Then I'm like, oh, it's reverse psychology. I guess not.
Yeah.
So here I am. That was 4.5 years ago.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
So great, what you said, like Jedi mind tricking on you.
Yeah. And they've been my support, my whole family, daughter, son, everybody. My son-in-law made my logo. He designed my website.
The website looks great. I've been on it a couple of times. John, have you seen the website?
Yeah. I mean, I just think that's pretty inspiring that you start at the age of 54. You don't think anyone's going to be tuning in. So what were the first few streams like? As you kind of just, dipped your toes into this? My first stream was horrible. I actually have it saved on my PC because I go back and watch it. It was only like 30 some minutes. I had no audio because I didn't have it set up right. I played Apex and it was just terrible. But I keep it because that's where it came from.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I had two viewers. It was my iPad and my husband's iPad.
Awesome.
Just to, and then slowly things picked up, and I gained quite a bit. I mean, for a new streamer in the beginning because I started before the pandemic. Right. And so I got to about 8,000 before really the pandemic hit. But then once the pandemic hit, people were lonely, right? And I was just, I make my community where it's just a safe place to be. Everybody's welcome. Doesn't matter your background. Doesn't matter what you identify with. None of that matters. We're just there to be nice humans to each other, and just be a safe place for people to hang out. And so through the pandemic, people were kind of lonely, and I really grew. I think a lot of people really grew through the pandemic, but I think that's one of the draws I had. Is it was just we were a place where people that were isolated, home alone, could be around other people virtually.
Nice. John, you want to ask a few more questions? I'm gonna get the game set up here.
Okay, yeah. Set up the game. So I'm interested then. So you go from 2 viewers, a couple iPads, to 8,000. In between there, I mean, was there a moment that kind of spurred like more followers for you, or was there something you did? Was there a certain stream? What was it that was there that moment?
I honestly think it was a pandemic, and then TikTok. I didn't want to do TikTok. My son was like to both. He was saying to my husband, "She needs to do. You need to put mom on TikTok. You need to put mom on TikTok." I'm like, I don't want another social media platform. I don't want TikTok. And then so my husband downloaded it and got sucked in and became a consumer of TikTok. And he's like, "Yeah, we need to put you on TikTok." I'm like, I don't want to do TikTok. And I'm like, you manage it. You post the videos. You manage it.
Work. Yeah.
Fine. And so we did that. And TikTok. Because I was a Facebook streamer, I had followers on Facebook and that grew nicely. But outside of the Facebook world, not really until TikTok. And then TikTok actually grew my Twitch when I wasn't even streaming on Twitch. I was still on Facebook, but TikTok people won't go to Facebook, right? Because it's Facebook.
Right.
So it grew my Twitch. But really I think TikTok really helped a lot because it put me in front of a bunch of people who don't necessarily follow video games or streaming.
Okay.
Because TikTok has all kinds of people on it, right? You just end up on people's FYP and they're like, I don't even play video games, but you're fun to watch,
Yeah, that's crazy. That's pretty cool. Did you ever, I mean, obviously I don't think you had expectations as to where you are right now as far as the streaming world, right? I mean, Did you think like, fine, I'll do the Twitch and then we'll not do the Twitch? I mean, what were
I mean, I did Facebook as Facebook is where old people are. So it's even, I'm just kidding. It just worked. And because that's where I first saw people and I thought, and Facebook had its own built-in discoverability being a social media platform versus Twitch, where Twitch, you have to use outside stuff to grow on it. So Twitch just happened because, like I said, because of TikTok, but and then with the way that things went on Facebook, a lot of us just stopped streaming there and I switched to Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you set up, Ahman?
Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do y'all have an echo?
I have no echo.
Okay, good. I was making sure y'all.
So wait, are you guys going to be versus each other here when you guys are playing? Is that what's going down?
Probably Warzone, right?
Sure. Either way, I'm down for either.
Okay. Let me know.
Yeah.
Warzone or multiplayer?
I don't care either way.
Okay.
I like both.
All right, let me get the invite out then.
You know what I love? I was looking at some of the video clips from some of your past streams. There's some people that get pretty salty on there. What's the saltiest someone has ever gotten when you're playing?
Well, I mean, as a female or on the daily, we're told to get back to the kitchen. You're fat, you sound fat. All kinds of stuff like that. I mean, we constantly get it every day if they hear us talk. It's pretty much that. You're fat. And the stuff that annoys me, like I can take all that stuff, but when they start bringing homophobic slurs and stuff like that in or racist slurs, that's the stuff that I don't like. We report those. I don't report often. And I don't even report really cheaters very often. But if they use racist slurs and homophobic slurs, instantly. Yeah. And then people on TikTok when I'm live streaming, they're like, "Oh, you're a snitch." I'm like, shouldn't have said it.
I agree.
There's no place in the world for being racist and homophobic.
Aside from that extreme, right, which some people are, do you have like certain like rules of engagement for trash talk? Like it's just trash, good natured.
No, I mean, I'm a PG streamer most of the time. I've said a few swear words here and there, but mostly I'm PG. Yeah. And so mine's like, oh wait, did your mom not hug you this morning when they're being mean? You're like, I'll give you a hug. Or I try to do this like nice toxicity, which actually pisses them off probably a little more than just being really
I've done
toxic.
that before.
Yep.
Like,
does.
Sorry, just be real. Kill them with kindness.
Exactly. Search can actually bring out a little bit more toxicity in me sometimes because they're just so bad on it. And I try really hard to not go there. I mean, my toxicity is a lot gentler than most people's toxicity.
Yeah.
So what is a typical day for you now that you're into this? Like, is this how many hours a day? Like, what's your schedule like? What does that look like?
So I try to be live by 9 a.m, somewhere around there, within 10 minutes or so. And then usually I'll stream like 4 hours at least. Sometimes I'll go longer because I do Warzone every morning. But then my friend Steffi, who streams on TikTok and Twitch and Kick, anyway, she likes to play Search and Destroy. And so if they're playing, sometimes I'll join them and play Search and Destroy with them just because it's fun to play with the group. And we do well as a group, and usually it's mostly females. And so it's just fun because they get all mad.
And you're a real grandma.
I am. I have 2 grandbabies. We actually sold our house and bought a house with my daughter and son-in-law just to help them get into a house. And so the grandkids live upstairs. We live downstairs. We put a kitchen in. We have our own like spaces and stuff. That's why my tagline is just a grandma living in her kid's basement playing video games.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not a basement. It's a split level, but it works.
It works. Who came up with how did you get that name?
Tactical Gramma?
Yeah.
My husband. So when I knew I was going to stream, I'm like, okay, I'm an older female. I need to play on the fact that I'm a grandma. So we were trying to come up with names. I was like, Granny's got a gun. I'm like, but that's long. And like, we were just thinking of a lot of them. He's like, what about Tactical Gramma? I'm like, that's it. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very cool. And I like the merch at the website too, with the logo you're talking about that. Did you say your son designed that, or
my son-in-law? Yeah, he designed my original logo, and then there's a newer one that's up there now too. That's like a badge almost. He designed that one as well.
Okay. Very cool. When you look, who knows what the future holds, right? Who knows what I'm going to be doing next week? But when you look at your life 5-10 years from now, are you playing video games till you're done here, right?
So, let's just be real. At some point, I might not be able to play this game at this level because it's true that your reflexes do get slower as you're older.
Yeah.
So, but there's all kinds of video games out there. I'm sure I'll be playing something.
That's going to be so cool. That's good.
There's a lady that streams on Twitch. She plays WoW every day. WoW Grandma. She's like in her 80s. She's amazing.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Ahman, how you doing there? You got your...
I'm trying to get it going, but every time I put it in, it gives me a friend request error saying, what is it saying?
Are you doing on
I'm on
Battle.net?
I'm on PlayStation.
Okay.
So it should be able to still send it.
Yeah, it should.
Is there a game that you've always wanted to stream that you haven't gotten to yet? And what is that game?
I wouldn't say that I haven't streamed, but I've streamed it very little, and that's Escape from Tarkov. It's a harder game. And I kind of built my community around this. So, like the core people, they come and watch whatever I play because they say they love me. Just kidding. I'm because they're in there. But it is a harder game to stream. So I mostly play it offline. But I would like to probably get into it more.
Okay. You talked about your community and the positivity around it and how you try to craft it in that way. What is it about that community that makes it so uplifting and positive?
Well, it's just that we do love you. We because we try to be positive, right? Because all of us, they're pretty protective. So if people start attacking me, they would like to attack back, but we've all had this conversation that we just try to love people because there's just the saying that I've said to them a lot, hurt people, right? So people are in my chat and they're saying things that are rude or they're trying to be hurtful. Well, really, there's probably just something going on in their life. So if we can try to be positive to them and just try to, accept them for our love on them and not really attack them back, we have been able to get some people to stop, and actually they hung around and they stayed. Obviously, if someone's racist, homophobic, we kick them out. It's just no place for it. So I don't entertain that. But, people saying you're trash or you're this or you're fat or you're that, like sometimes it's like, well, wait a minute, One guy said, are you okay? Do you need a hug or something today? He's like, actually, I'm not okay. And then we had just had this conversation.
Right.
I was going to say, I think sometimes when you approach people who may come across as, not the extreme negativity, but with kindness, like sometimes they just kind of, that's just their default. They just talk trash. You know what I mean? And when you show them a little bit of something different, sometimes they really respond to that.
Yeah. I mean, we've had, I was reminded this again, like a few months ago, but early on in the Facebook years, we had someone come in that they wanted to unalive themselves. Right. Mm-hmm. And so we just like, look, it was during the pandemic. We're like, look, we're here for you. Come back again tomorrow. We're here for you. Come back the next day. We're here. We'll just hang out. We'll talk. And I did get a message from Lair that said they were going to do it that day, but because they came in and found a place where they could be accepted, they didn't. And if that's the only thing I've done through this whole career, that's worth it.
Wow. You just gave me chills. You just gave me, I just got chills when I heard that.
That's really cool.
I mean, that's pretty special.
Yeah. I mean, it still gets me like,
yeah.
Because people are just hurting in this world. And especially, during the pandemic when everybody was so isolated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Who do you like to watch stream? Because at first you said you were just watching people play video games.
Yeah.
And have you gotten around to watching people, and who do you like to watch?
Oh yeah, I do like to watch. I actually mostly watch Escape from Tarkov streams. I don't even really watch that much Call of Duty. I watch some of my friends play Call of Duty just because I want to support them. But I still watch the Pool Shark, who is one of the first streamers. I watched Lady Genticles on Twitch. I watched Darkness still. He's doing more variety now, which is awesome. And then my friend Steffi, who I play with, I'll lurk and watching her stream when she does playing Search and Destroy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mix it around. I like to spread it around and just show a lot of love to all my friends that I've met through this process.
Nice.
Have you gotten better? Obviously you practice, things get better. How much better have you gotten as a gamer?
I have. I went back and watched some of the first Call of Duty streams, and it was pretty bad. I was so slow. I tease because my husband actually is kind of slow right now. So when he plays with me, he'll be like picking stuff up, and I'm like, come on, you're going too slow. But no, I've gotten better. I used to never be a sniper, because I played multiplayer since it came out. But then when Warzone came out, a lot of people are sniping, and I'm like, I can't snipe. I'm terrible at it. But you remember how Verdansk was? Everybody's on roofs and stuff like that, and they would be sniping, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, I'm going to pick up a sniper. And then I learned to snipe and learned to kind of get better at that side of my game, and close range. I'm a little better as much as I can be, being on mouse and keyboard versus quick, fast, young controller players.
I'm gonna try from your end.
Okay.
My PlayStation tag is Ahman RG. So AHMAN Try this one more time.
I can't wait to watch you guys play.
There you go. Did it go? Is that you have it out?
Yeah, that's it. Perfect.
All right. Maybe I typed something in wrong to you. That's all I can say.
There we go. Yes. Game on.
Do I get to do play-by-play of this?
Hey, do I need to share my screen, or are you good?
I got my screen scared.
All right.
Or share, excuse me.
Okay. I just joined you.
We're in a party. There we go.
Can we make that one the big one so everybody can see it a little bit better?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Here, you work on you. I'll see if I can do it on my side, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not it.
I muted it in game.
There we go.
It's not going back.
Yay!
Hey.
Right. Got that. All right. Good.
All right.
And you sent you probably the party leader.
No, I joined you.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Resurgence? No. Where do you want to go?
I'll do anything.
Okay. Let's do. What's this? Horde Point. Mimic Mania.
That's zombies.
Is that zombies?
Yeah.
You down for zombie?
I'll do it.
Okay. It could be your pick next.
All right.
Make it through this or see how long we go. So continue with the questions. I popped up here. So why FPS?
Why do I play FPS?
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
Because that's like you said, you do Kharkov, Warzone.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of fell in love with first-person shooters when GoldenEye came out on Nintendo 64. And I think just the aspect of going against other people, I think it's kind of what drew me in, because I think it was the first game that I played that you were kind of going against other people, and especially once you could go online with Call of Duty, it's like it was always different because you never knew who you were playing, and they would play different than someone else, and it wasn't just the same thing over and over. Because I used to play Destiny too, and that just got repetitive.
Yeah, that's a long game without an ending.
Yeah,
fun, but like you said, it does get long.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's like you just keep doing the same little quests over and over and over
and
to get light.
Get your skins, and gets a little harder every round or whatever, every stage or mission.
Yeah. Okay, so it's zombies on the multiplayer map. I like this. I've not done this yet.
Okay, here we go.
So it's horde point and hard point. So it must be zombies and hard point at the same time.
Yes, that's what I said.
All right.
The common sense going in a horror point. All right, I got you. I'm on your 6.
Ooh, ow.
I'm in the point. Yeah. All right, John, you can keep asking questions here.
Well, FYI, Ahman, I do have a little bit of echo with you, FYI. I don't know if that's a big deal or not, but it's not bad. It just sounds like you got reverb.
Oh my gosh, the zombies are chasing me.
All right, I'm back. All right, I should have fixed the audio, John.
Yep. Sounds perfect.
Okay. There we go. Somebody was trying to.
My son used to always try to get me to play zombies with him when he was younger.
Zombies is one of them games that you could just go at it.
This is a big guy. He's scary.
Kind of get the mechanics down.
Yep. Oh my gosh, he's running.
Are these jumping? Are they jumping? What the French toast?
I was chased by like a mimic one.
I've seen the ones climbing up the ladder like in World War Z.
What's your favorite game?
Favorite shooter is Halo. And
nice.
Call of Duty's number 2. And then Madden, for obvious reasons.
I miss Madden, I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, you play it.
You just can't play it on mouse and keyboard. It doesn't work so well.
Yeah, it's different. I've done it a few times. It's weird.
Like you can't run a running back with mouse and keyboard. I tried it.
I need to revive. Oh no, I'm shooting.
You got a team with Madden?
Haven't played in so long, but because I'm a Seahawks fan.
Ooh.
Hey, rookie season.
That was my first 2 years in the league.
Nice.
I was a Seahawks.
I remember watching you play.
That's right.
I think you were on my fantasy football team too at times.
You're in Bellingham. I checked that out.
Yeah.
Bellingham.
Yeah.
That's across the water, correct?
Yeah, it's just up north. Oh my gosh, there's big mimics right there. That's scary.
Yeah. Oh wow, they're big alien size mimics. That is crazy. So yeah, I lived over in Kirkland.
Okay. Yeah.
In Bothell before I got traded. I was like, what? I want to leave.
It's beautiful here. It's beautiful in the Pacific Northwest. Then you went to where it was cold.
Yes, I went back to the Midwest. Didn't want to come back, but it is what it is. And one of the reasons I didn't want to go because a lot of my neighbors worked at Microsoft.
Okay.
So I was like, I would get all these updates before it was officially called update. Oh yeah, we're working this new system. It's code name right now, and it's it's going to try to compete against the PlayStation and stuff like that. I'm like, really? Oh, I got to get my hands on that. Let's go.
So have you always been a gamer too?
Yeah, my origin story is my dad was IT at Northrop, which is I think located also there in Seattle area with Boeing and all that.
My mom worked for Northrop, like in Long Beach.
Yeah. That's actually my dad was either in Long Beach or Torrance.
Torrance, that's it. You're right.
Yep. And so he bring home an Apple II one day.
Oh,
and
nice.
He repaired it, and he said, "You want to check it out? You could check it. Here's the power button. Turn it on. There's a few games in there. One's called Carmen San Diego, and the other one Oregon Trail." And I'm like, "Yeah." I get in there
Where
and I'm like,
Carmen San Diego, I remember
right,
that.
and not even thinking about it. I'm 7 years old and playing on PC, playing games on PC. So that's when it started, and we had ColecoVision in the house. We with Zaxxon and Donkey Kong, and that was it.
So fun.
That's how I got going.
That's so fun.
Every system, the Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, Tecmo Bowl, Mario.
I never had a
Brothers.
Sega.
I had the second one. I didn't have the first one. I had Genesis. Genesis was fun. That's Sonic. The original Sonic came out.
I played Sonic on someone else's system. That was pretty fun. But yeah, we always had Nintendo when the kids were growing up. Like my husband and I like to play so much, and we didn't have a lot of money when our kids were younger. So we would literally put our kids to bed, and then we'd play video games together. It was like our date night.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I try to do it with my wife. Try to get her playing Halo. She got nauseous from all the movement.
It's a lot. It is hard.
Oh man.
What was the video game that you'd play on date night the most? Do you remember?
Call of Duty.
Okay.
That's a great
Well,
date
once
night.
it came out, I mean, we played a lot of Madden and FIFA, but he didn't like the way I played. I beat him a lot in Madden, and he didn't think he's like, you're calling dumb plays, because he would have a long way to go, so he would call run, thinking that I would have a pass defense, but I just knew him, and I knew he was going to do a run defense, and I'd stop him. I mean, a run offense, and so I would stop him, and so he would get mad, but.
Oh, that's funny.
And we played a lot of hockey too. We played hockey together, a lot of sports games, because we both grew up athletes. He grew up playing hockey, he grew up playing football. I grew up playing soccer. So yeah.
Sweet. So I got another question for you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now you kind of hit on some some rough patches being a streamer, but any other bumps in the road, and if so, what were they, and then how did you come out of it, basically?
Like bumps in the road, like through streaming and stuff?
Yeah, through streaming, through life.
Yeah. Well, one, streaming is like when Facebook started to take its nosedive. It was hard on a lot of us, like emotionally, mentally. We all kind of felt like, wait, are we doing something wrong? Are we not good streamers? So just kind of pushing.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
Just kind of pushing through that and like surrounding myself with people who believed in me and said, no, you're doing a good job. And just kind of working through that, because mentally it was hard for quite some time. But one thing that did help, because I had a good contract over there. So my husband actually took a year off work and was managing me.
Nice.
But then there was that pressure and stress that, wait, I'm the only one making money right now. So if something happens, like what's going to happen? So he got offered a job and took it just to take the pressure off me, which was wonderful. And we have health insurance. So just working through that process for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I know the feeling, because you get it streaming, you got set your schedule, post on social, and tag people, tag maybe the companies that sponsors you, and because it becomes a second job basically.
Exactly.
So, there we go.
It definitely is a job. Oh my gosh,
are you surprised at how much time all those things that like Ahman was just even mentioning like start to add up?
Oh, it's crazy, because I mean, before I started doing this, you're like, oh, streaming, that's easy. You just play video games all day.
Right.
And it's not just playing video games. That's like really, I should be playing video games less and working on creating content more, which is our goal. And we're switching into that more, creating more, instead of just like game highlights, creating actual content for shorts, for reels, for TikToks. It's more engaging. And I do have an editor for it, so I don't have to do my own editing, which is nice.
Yeah.
But there's still the business side of things that I have to answer some emails. And my husband, like, he goes through and kind of does part of it, but then I have to do the rest. You know what I mean? He filters it, I guess I should say.
Yeah. I understand that. That's
getting stuff to the account. Like, we end up getting an accountant, so I don't have to do that anymore. So getting an accountant and
there you go. Got
sending them that stuff. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. That's why I teach a class. Where the heck just happened there? I got hit went to one of those balls of look like a space and got
Got
ate by the
the
monster. So there you go. I got eaten.
The monster.
All right. But no, I teach a class and talk about all the things that it takes to be a social content creator, be on social media, planning out your channel details, from getting apparel started and all that stuff, website, and just trying to spread your brand basically. So yeah,
it's a lot of work,
but it's one of them passion. I said passion project basically. Feels a little different. I got a different gun.
And then it's not just like everything you talked about, creating content, actual gaming. Like even like I noticed just your microphone. You got that pink microphone. Like even like the microphone, the camera, the lighting, the like now you're a stage director. You know what I mean?
And I had to learn how to set all this up.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean that also takes time too, right?
Yeah. A lot of YouTube videos.
Oh yeah. And John, you already know how much fun we've had with audio issues, camera issues on this show.
Yeah.
We work
it's a lot. And then if Windows doesn't update.
Oh. Been there, done that.
Right. Windows doesn't update and you're like, where's all my sound? And you're going back through everything. That used to stress me out so much when I first started streaming, was how to do all the technical stuff.
Yeah.
And then I slowly now I kind of know the basics of it. I can figure it out most of the time. It doesn't stress me out as much.
Oh, we got a camper in the corner. Got me. What you think about campers?
Sometimes it's strategic, and I get it. I used to complain about them too. But if you think about like camping or sniping from a roof, or there is strategic. It's a different strategic
strategy.
Thank you. Strategy that I may not implement, but it does work.
Oh yeah, it works.
That and you're like, they're holding hands, they're all together. Well, it is a team game.
Trying to get the dub. That's what we're here for. All right, somebody over there.
Taylor Made Exo says, this is so cool. I'm enjoying this type of stream for sure. Notorious Afro chimes in. Tactical Gramma, what do your older friends say about your streaming career?
Most people don't understand what I'm doing. I have a few friends that think it's cool, and they think I'm cool, which is weird because I don't know. I don't think of me that way, but like most of them, they're supportive, but they don't understand it because they just don't play video games.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, do they have any? I mean, when you describe everything, like I'm on Twitch and I game and there's a stream and I content create, like, do you see their eyes kind of glaze over? Or
yeah,
do they
they're like
they kind of grasp it? You've got like tens of thousands of followers here.
Yeah, they do. I get the that's cute response.
Oh, that cute. Oh, the cat too. That cute line. I've had that before.
I'm like, what do you mean cute? It's a job.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's just because my generation, while those of us like me, like we're the generation that started playing video games and just never stopped. There's just less of us than the younger generation.
True.
So they just don't understand it.
We got to band together.
Yeah.
Work together. A fun question here. I love it. What makes you so proud of the community that you call them your grandkids? I was like, great name. Great name.
The grandkids. I don't know. I just wanted to be a place where everybody could maybe relate because maybe relate's not the right word. Not everybody has a family, but everybody wants a family.
True.
So if we could be that place for people, people are like coming and say, can you adopt me? I'm like, I got you. You're one of us. Like, it's just, a lot of people are just looking for that connection of family. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they lost it. So that's just why we're that.
I feel like you're a trailblazer here
in
a way, because you've opened probably many people's eyes that it's like, you don't have to fit a certain demographic to be successful. Number one,
right.
To join in, because obviously many people have accepted you. Like, do you ever feel like that? Like, hey, maybe I'm, starting a trend for the older generation.
No, I don't see. probably because I just downplay how I think of myself. Because I just think I'm just a grandma out here that loves to play video games, and I don't. When people are like, people will be like, "You're famous, you're this, you're that." I'm like, I don't think I'm famous for one. Like, having followers on TikTok to me doesn't make anybody famous. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just out here doing what I love and trying to be positive.
Got it. Humble and with all the full package. I say full package. Let me see. 4 more questions.
By the way, if you have a question for Tactical Grandma, hit us up on the chat.
Yeah, hit in the chat, please.
Yeah.
So,
Chair keeps rolling here.
Hey, we just miss each other. I was in Vegas.
Oh, were you?
And you went to my old agent's Super Bowl party, Lee Steinberg.
I did.
Yes, you did.
It was fun.
Was it fun? I saw you. It was a competition as well.
Well, it was just. I played with Marquise, Hollywood Brown, and
Hollywood Brown. Yep.
Antoine were on my team, and then there was supposed to be Call of Duty. There's more. Supposed to be more, but some of the football players had to leave by the time we started. But other parties. Juju was on the other team. I did snipe him.
Ooh, you got a little bragging rights. Hey, Juju. How that bullet taste? Yeah.
It was fun though. It was fun to get to. I've played with Marquise a few times because he's with Sly with us too, right?
He's all part of the family, the Sly family.
Yeah. So we've played a couple times, which is fun. He's fun to play with, and they were frustrated because they didn't have their controllers there, like they didn't have paddles and stuff, so their movement. And so Antoine was like, I can play better than this. I'm like, we just got to play sometime. We just got to get a group, just play some Warzone, the 3 of us. It'll be fine. You can join us too. We'll just do quads.
Got it. So I know you got to get going. We got a hard point coming up. And I just got like 2 more questions for you. All right. First one here is, you talk about all the busyness of being a content creator. So what do you have coming up in the next 6 months to a year that you want to let people know about?
Yeah. Well, I'm part of an organization. I'm part of a group. We put on a thing called Loot Fest in Dallas, which is this weekend.
Ooh.
So it's like a mini TwitchCon, but yet it's just about being together and being able to connect with the other streamers or your community. It's just more low key. So we have that this weekend. We plan to keep that going as well, after this year. Let's see, what else do I have? I'm not sure. Let me think. Sorry. I'm trying to I'm getting distracted by the game. What else do we have? I think we have a few events coming. I think I have to go to like PAX West as part of one of my sponsorships, which is close, which is nice.
Yep. Right down the street from you, literally.
Yeah. And then really a lot of the stuff I do is with Sly. So whatever they get coming up, I'm like, hey, just let me know. We support.
Yeah, same here. I try to let Doc know. Dr. Tom that we had on the podcast about a year ago now.
They're both amazing.
They're
both.
Both. Doc and Amy. I had them both on the show.
Yep.
Actually. Cool bunch there.
Yeah, I was trying to think what else I have, but it's not popping in my head right now.
Oh yeah, but we got social media and it's running at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to follow her, you can find out all the cool stuff. I just got killed from behind here. Okay. I wasn't AFK. Give me a shot,
I'm just running around knifing people right now.
That's what.
I'm being toxic.
Yeah, I haven't been that good at COD. Don't play it enough. They're hiding in the corners. And then last question here, real quick. What would be your best advice to someone who's thinking about getting to become a content creator?
My suggestion would be make sure you get like yourself on other platforms. Like, say, I didn't understand that at first when I first started.
Right.
But you have to have content like on TikTok. You have to have content on Facebook, on Reels, on YouTube Shorts.
Yes.
Especially if you're on other platforms like Twitch, on Kick and stuff like that, because you just it doesn't have the built-in discoverability. So you need to get content out there to show people who you are, right?
Yeah.
And also just try to surround yourself with other like-minded people that you could play with, you could kind of bounce things off of and just be that support with you.
Yeah, smart. Got a collabo crew that you can hang out with.
Yeah.
So
because I mean, like a lot of people play video games, but it doesn't mean that a lot of people would be great for your to stream with, because your content might be different than their content, right? And so you got to find out who you gel with and who you could make good content with, because it is more than just playing a game. It is that interaction and stuff.
True. Very true.
Unless you're goated at the game and it doesn't matter if you talk or anything because you're just so good.
Yeah. I've got friends like that. They're just unbelievably good. And I'm like,
yeah, that is not me. I am more for the shenanigans.
I'm down for that. I'm down for shenanigans.
Yeah.
Virtual shenanigans. That's all good. What? I missed them in that corner. So, John, you got anything else?
I'm good. It's just, I love your story. I think it's really cool.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Like, we just want to, I don't know. My goal with this, besides, just playing and having fun, is to be able to spread positivity and spread that, you don't have to be toxic. You don't have to be kind of the normal gamer. You can just, we can maybe change the landscape of how things are, especially with this game.
Yeah.
Because it's so toxic.
Yeah. Okay. Call of Duty. Yeah. Online.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The lobbies are redunculous. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's part of the class I was talking about the last couple weeks, is just how you talk to one another in the lobby, in the chat, in the Discord, and don't think that basically because they can't see your face that you could say something that's very disrespectful and off-putting. That's not that's not the place to do it. Basically.
Exactly.
So, got to be a better human.
Exactly. That's how I feel too.
Yep. So, all right. I'm gonna pause it. I'll probably get killed a few times.
That's all good.
But Tactical Gramma, I want to say thank you very much.
Well, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I know you got to get going.
Yeah.
We're part of the Sci family as well, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
We'll see each other again.
I'm sure.
And now I got you. We're friends now. So
perfect. Exactly. What to play
in the chat, or I see you playing, I'm jumping in.
All right. All right. All right. Sounds good. Yep.
All right. Have a great
nice to meet you.
rest of your week.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much.
Be safe and continue to have fun.
Oh, thank you.
And being the person you are is awesome.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. You're welcome. All right.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. Bye. All right. All right. Let's get. We're going to do this now. Reverse out of this. All right. Right there. There it is. And I'll remove that.
There we go. Man, that's such a cool. I love the story, Ahman. I mean, start at 54 years old. You're a grandmother, and everybody can stream. So that's a pretty cool deal. I think. Tactical Gramma, TikTok, TAC Tactical, TACTICAL GRAMMA, Tactical Gramma. Not grandma with a D, but 2 M's. Gramma.
Yeah, Gramma. And then the message behind it, right? Just letting people, like, you're here to play games online. You're not here to try to have to. I mean, you're defending yourself playing a game. That's it. We shouldn't have to defend yourself in other areas too when you're just online. And that's why I teach in my class, where it's like you got to have common sense for one, and then two, the way your mom and dad raised you is what you should still be doing online, just because people can't see you. No keyboard champions, basically. Esports. So that was fantastic. A talk with Tactical Gramma.
Very cool.
I love the fact that she has beaten her husband in Madden.
Yeah.
oh man, I got to get Marie on that level. I gotta get my wife on that level.
Just that's the entertainment. Like, we're gonna play video games tonight for a couple.
Right. Let's go. Let's get it. Have fun. And because Marie, she's like, we play cards together, and she's a sore loser. So when she knows, she's like, if I play video games, you're just gonna beat me all the time. I'm like, no, I'm gonna give you a shot. I'm not gonna let you win, but I'm gonna give you a shot. She's like, see. I'm like, it's competition. You don't let me win when we play the card games, do you? She's like, no. I'm like, see. I'm like, so I'm just helping. I'm just being that person. Just helping you get better. I'm helping you get better. That's it. All right, here we go. Let's head over to. I know you got to run too soon.
Right? Yeah, we'll get through a couple things. There's so many things I want to talk about him on, though.
I know it's a lot. All right, let's go into some quick hit news bites real quick. We start with you first, John.
I've got two. I've got a secret surprise one I'm going to throw on you, but the first one, I think it's not like a surprise. It's just something else I forgot to tell you about. We all know NCAA football is coming back. We all know there's been rumors that NCAA football from EA Sports is coming back sometime in July, I think was the rumor. Well, guess what? We do know it's going to be in the summertime. That's right. The return of EA Sports college football following a hiatus from what? The last one was in 2014. They actually, remember when they had like during the national championship game, everyone was like disappointed that there wasn't some sort of trailer or something commercial.
Correct.
They got around to it. Here's the official teaser for college football 25, which is now planned to be back this summer.
Pretty loud. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Got something special for y'all. A little update for our fans from the Big House to the Bayou, from Carolina to California.
Big 10 to Pac-12, but that's
it's about college football. We know you love it. Us too.
I like the music.
Yeah.
Rivalries. Comebacks.
There you go.
The traditions and superstitions built by generations. There's nothing like it. Turns out, we've been building too.
Now that was music you can dance to.
So let's address the big
It's going to be football stadiums you can play in.
We've seen the posts, the predictions, the doubts.
Please don't be fake news.
We get it. It's been a minute.
Comment of today's time.
Let's just say this ain't the only jersey we've been working on.
Ooh. Jerseys.
The game this sport deserves. Because pretty soon, this place will be full again.
Yes, it will.
Until then, cue the crowd noise.
Yeah,
go Big Red. Go Big Red. Go Big Red. Go Big Red. There you go.
And as you can tell at the end there, it says more details, something like that in May. Yeah, so the new game, the full game reveal is scheduled for May, with once again the release expected this summer. It's also anticipated to retain popular features such as Dynasty and Road to Glory modes, and will include new elements like the transfer portal. Oh no!
Yes,
transfer portal.
Oh,
so you get to abandon your teammates after a year, and then put your name in a computer database, and you get to sit there until another university comes and steals you. Just kidding. I'm just trying to. I love the transfer portal.
I was like, where's he going with that?
I don't know. I was just trying to be negative on the transfer portal. Anyway, expanded playoff as well. Which, by the way, 12-game playoff coming up in 20.
Yeah, finally they're getting it right. 24? This year, it'll be this season. It will be a 12-team playoff. Finally getting it right after 30 years. And I don't not like the NCAA because obviously I was once a college student, but it took them almost 30 years to get this thing right. Because when I was playing college football, we beat Tennessee for the national title game, but we still had to share it with Michigan because they beat Washington State in the Rose Bowl that was 3,000 miles away. And they were ranked 1 in the coaches poll, in the AP poll. And then we were ranked 1 in the coaches poll. So now we don't have to worry about that. Finally, it's coming down. But it's going to be interesting what teams make it, because that 12 teams is a lot.
That's a lot of teams.
And that was going to rule, you're going to have teams that never been like even in any type of playoff that's going to face bigger teams like Georgia, like Ohio State, like Michigan. You want to have, like last year, what was it? Liberty was 13-0. And Liberty is a D1, but it's a lower D1 in terms of enrollment. So they usually don't play against the big Power 5 schools. So those you're gonna have games like that. And you know, obviously it might be blowouts, but at least they made it.
Yeah.
There, that's gonna be the struggle of the first couple years of the 12 team playoff.
So to give you an idea, like just the number 12 this year in the final college football playoff rankings was Oklahoma at 10-2.
Ooh.
So
and they were a tough team. You know, they were a good team.
Ole Miss was 11, Penn State was 10, Missouri was 9, Oregon was 8, Ohio State 7. So like that 2 to 3 loss, like, and all of a sudden for a team, and I'm in Wisconsin, a team like Wisconsin, a team like Nebraska hoping to get back on top. You don't have to be perfect. That's what I love about that. You don't have to be perfect. You can win, you can lose, a couple of times, and you can still make the playoffs.
Right. That's very
I think
cool.
that's cool.
And I think people super excited.
Oh, very excited. Can I show you one other thing I've been excited about? Here,
yes.
I have so many tabs open. You know, you mentioned tactical gramma, that sometimes we talk AI. The game changed again in the world of AI. If you don't know this by now, you do know now. I don't know if you've seen this, Ahman. OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, just released a new GPT, a new AI called Sora. It's video creation. It's called Sora. It's not out to everybody. Not everybody can have this. Yep.
So you telling me ChatGPT got a kid?
I guess so. And its name is Sora.
Wow.
And check this out. All
that
videos.
Was fast. That wasn't 9 months, right?
This about a year. It's about a year. Yeah, they went right to work. Had a kid. They got it done.
Right.
All videos that you're about to see, if you're watching us on Twitch, were generated directly by Sora without modification. These were by text prompts. Check it out.
Wow.
So a cartoon kangaroo disco dances. So as you can already see, this looks like a cartoon kangaroo dancing, and this rivals what you see on a movie.
Disney,
right?
Pixar.
A litter of golden retriever puppies playing in the snow. Their heads pop out of the snow.
What? That looks real.
It looks real, Ahman. This is the very first iteration of this.
Oh, I could kind of tell it's not real, but when you first look at it, you could tell. Like, it's hard to tell.
There are certain elements of this that you can see.
Yes, I could see that. Yeah.
But look at some of these others. Like, look at the water. Look at the trees of this next one with these birds on a branch. Ahman,
wow.
This is it. This is as bad as this is ever going to be.
Wow.
And so it's only going to get better. And this is what we've been talking about.
The red pandas have been around.
Remember a year ago we talked about, you're going to have your own AI movie.
Let me show you how we do stuff around.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, my department.
YouTube and commercials. There we go.
Hold on.
It always happens. It always happens.
Oh, no, I went to the wrong video.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
there you go.
You get the idea. You get the idea, right?
I get the idea, man. It's awesome. But also, we got to be smart. We got to be smarter than the average AI. Okay.
I mean, if you can create 60-second videos like this, which basically took a year, in the next year, it's going to be 30-minute videos, and there's going to be audio and all the background noises. And in 2 years, it's going to be whatever you ever wanted to see. Netflix for AI Netflix or whatever that next app is going to be, Ahman, is going to be insane. You're going to upload your own photorealistic avatar and just type in me, and anything's going to be created, and you're going to be in your own movies, and you can share with your friends. Like you and I, we could be in a movie together. It's going to be, and all it's going to be is a sentence.
Because remember last year when we did it, and you did the video or visual AI where it had me with my biceps popping out of all my t-shirts.
Yeah.
So it is. Oh my God, it's so interesting, and it's unfortunate because like this is where people in Hollywood, right, will have a little complaint or say something about it because they got their jobs to worry about. And
this is so many people's jobs we're looking at right now.
That is from all different levels. Like it's cool, it's time efficient, but then people that have been writing and drawing for years is now, because you had competition against other humans, but now you got humans and then AI. That's going to come. But so obviously I believe between the film industry, they should be working on, already have in place something that says to protect the original writers and artists out there to say, look, you got to be honest about your last creation. Was it AI or was it you?
Oh
asking
yeah.
so I hope that, because there's a lot of great writers out there, a lot of great artists that created a ton of cartoon movies or just visual effects in action movies and Marvel movies, as comic book movies, anime, stuff like that we've seen over the years. It will suck, knowing that they lost their job out, like we've seen in the movies. We've seen in Terminator, we've seen in space age movies where they lost their job to robots or AI, stuff like that. So it's interesting how life is mimicking what's been in movie theaters for my whole life. I'll say that, my whole life, our whole life.
Yeah.
We're close to the same age, so it's just interesting, cool. And then you got it like, not so fast.
It's just in time for the 2024 election, where you don't know what you're looking at is real or not. Fantastic.
Right. We don't even want to go there. This is a gaming show, so don't worry, y'all. We're not going into that.
We're not going to, but that's what I mean. We talk about the jobs that what we just watched are going to take, but I mean, you could have this for nefarious purposes. I mean, just you can think of the flip side and things that bad people would want to do with this, and how do you limit that? How do I know that the next thing I see 2 years from now, and it's some awful thing happening in the world? How do I know that wasn't just some dude in his basement typing out a sentence on a computer?
Correct.
Or if this is really real, and now the economy is affected, and now we're going to war, and now it was just some kid in a basement screwing around. I don't know how we're gonna figure it out.
True. We're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna do something. All right, man.
So there's that.
I know there's that. Great share, man. That is, oh man, it gets the cogs turning in the brain there. My story is coming up next, and I got a fun story here, and about somebody that was kind of at the start of my career of things. I just got to reach out to her because I actually know her. So Janae Benet, if I'm saying that name correctly. So this is an article that I found in GameIndustry.biz. So the struggle with trying to utilize multiple skill sets. So Black Voices Progress Report. So this is obviously Black History Month. So over on, you go to GameIndustry.biz, they do it every year. They do something towards inclusivity, diversity, articles where they either reach out and interview different folks. And Janae, we crossed our roads crossed. And so you talk about, in the title, it tells multiple skill sets. So Janae, I met her when she was the TO of a small Halo tournament in downtown Chicago, during right off of Miracle Mile, Magnificent Mile Street, Michigan Ave, basically, not far off there. And the Microsoft store was full of guys and girls there to compete in Halo, a small Halo tournament. This was my dig in, this to come have fun and see how far I can go, and also see how good I am, in my neighborhood, basically, being in Wisconsin at that time. And long story short of it, I didn't do good at the tournament, just so y'all know. I got my butt kicked, but I had fun. But at the time, she's running a tournament, and I talked to Janae and I asked her, how long she's been doing this. She said, I've been doing other things. And then we got talking, and she just said, I said, look, I'm getting into the play, this space, and want to do this, that, and the other. And so we ended up connecting. She told me, she sent me to I think Instagram was around, an Instagram website called, I think it's in here in the article, Black Girl Gamers. And that she was a part of. And so this article talks about her journey from being that TO to college, and then having all these skills that she's basically earned and learned through her experiences working around the industry. So she's been in places. I'll read here for a little bit here. It says Janae has been working in the game industry for a decade, but says the rigid idea of what a game industry professional looks like makes it difficult to fit in. So Janae is a freelancer in games, struggling with the typical freelance problem where many freelancers have different skills and often need to use different ones to earn money, which often makes it difficult to brand yourself. And the game industry places a lot of value on deep experience in a field, which can feel as if you have to pick a specialization and stick with it, and something Benet just doesn't want to do. So jack of all trades, basically. And I kind of feel that I kind of can relate, because feeling where I know I could do different things. You know, the only thing I say that's out of my reach is coding in the gaming space. But between what I'm doing now, coaching here at University of Nebraska and coaching at Lakeland, but then also managing people. I've done that, you know, obviously coaching the players, managing them, but then tournament organizing. That's what I've been doing in all my classes pretty much. And so I kind of feel what she talks about, because sometimes when you just don't have that one resume remark that says, look, I did this for 10 years, but it, you know, if you don't have that on there, you've done this for 1 year, you've done this for 2 years, you did this for 6 months and all that. And it's like, to me, if I was hiring, I would look at it and be like, okay, I got somebody that can adjust on the run and that can do a lot of things. And then that person can do 2 jobs. And so sometimes, but you know, as we know in the world, not just in esports and video game industry or for jobs, we know a lot of people don't think that way. They just think that kind of that singularity, linear mindset of, okay, we had the resume out there on LinkedIn that said, or not resume, requisites that said, hey, we need a person that is really has basic IT knowledge. That's all we need. You know, instead of having somebody that has basic IT knowledge, somebody that has event planning, you know, instead of looking for that person that then can bring a lot to the table, you know, for your company, or, you know, if you're big or small. And for her article here, so it talks about her journey. She's been across the United States. She was from Chicago to Colorado, learning how to basically build out a fighting game community tournament. And we know, for all the gamers and for the people in the chat that are fighting game enthusiasts, fighting game community is probably the most difficult community to plan an event for, because they're so picky about how you present their game. If it's Smash Brothers, if it's Mortal Kombat, if it's Street Fighter, if it's Tekken, you got to, if you're planning a fighting game tournament, John, and chat, you got to make sure it's done the right way for that game. Because if it's not, they're going to let you know. When I say they, the gamers coming to your event, the family, the people that knows that game like the back of their hand, they're going to call you out, you know. And so she learned that. So she learns not only know how to just plan an esports tournament, but one of the hardest ones of them all, a FGC tournament. And then she has managerial skills. She has media communication, broadcast journalism in her background, where she's conducted interviews. She has a podcast. And so she's done a lot of things. So just telling her story that is probably not familiar, you know, it's a very familiar story for a lot of freelance people out there, and especially being a woman of color. You have all those sometimes barriers or things that are little stoppers, or I say bumps in the road. It doesn't slow you down, but it doesn't stop you, but it slows you down just a little bit to kind of get where you want to go. The beautiful thing about this article that I like is that she's super, super passionate. As she says here at the bottom, she says, I was learning about marketing, learning about community, learning about putting on events while writing and interviewing people where my background is, and I'm great at that. It says, I'm a fighting game enthusiast. Benet would eventually combine all these skills to open her own gaming lounge strictly for fighting games. So I think that's a thing right now. So that's awesome. And I learned how to build a community, because fighting games fighting game players, like I mentioned, do not trust you. They don't trust nobody. They want their events tailor-made for their needs, and they are very particular about that. So I definitely learned from the toughest community there is, she says. And Benet put on regular tournaments in Chicago while also running a after-school program for children. So like I said, it's a beautiful story. And it's just what got me going was like, man, I know her. We crossed paths early in my career of getting to where I'm at now. And this shows hard work, dedication, and then passion. You got to have, when you got love for something and it's a little grind, that grind and that love makes the grind a little bit easier, I believe. So shout out to Benet. Hopefully, I'm gonna reach out to her. I do follow her on Instagram to try to get her on the show and talk about this, this article. So, but if you want to finish the article, go to gameindustry.biz and you'll see voices, progress report, and you'll see a picture of Janae right there, and the start of the article, the struggle with trying to utilize multiple skills, Black Voices progress report. So check that out there on GameIndustry.biz. So where we headed to now, John?
I gotta bounce him on. I've got to
go.
Got to go pick up my daughter again.
Hey, pop skills. There you go.
That was fun.
Yep.
I loved Tactical Gramma. Loki's awesome. Are we giving final grades?
You want to do it real quick?
Yeah, I can give a final grade.
Yeah,
because this is the last episode, right?
Yeah, this is finale. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
I'll let you give it real quick, and I'll do
mine
mine later.
All right. So basically, my thoughts on where's my Loki? Hold on.
Okay.
I got to bring up the right file. Okay, so I talked about a couple of episodes throughout this series that I just loved. The old time 1880s one. I love season 5 that all of a sudden, like, he's on this quest to find everybody to get them all together. I loved at the start of episode 6. I thought it was funny how he keeps going back in time to redo, what's the guy's name?
Correcting his mistake of the He Who Remains.
Yeah.
Who Remains.
He keeps going back to that moment because at the end of the episode when He Who Remains gets obliterated, right?
Yeah.
It was shocking. You're like, oh, this isn't going to turn out well. And I thought it was
he's
funny
dead. Oh.
how they just kept going to that serious moment in the series and they made it funny. Like they took like a moment where you're watching it at one point and you go, oh, crap. And now you keep watching it and now you're laughing because it's funny.
Because he's trying to find that point to get it to the right area where he doesn't die. He makes it to the end.
Yes.
To stop the loom from blowing up, basically.
And I loved episode 6 because Loki is trying for centuries to do this.
Yes.
It's not just he did it. He was in his time line.
It was 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes or whatever it was.
But it was centuries of doing this over and over and over and over and over. And he tried so many different things. And anyway, eventually at the can we stream? Or I'm sorry, can we
is it playing? It's playing.
No. What's it called? Spoiler? Can we spoiler the end?
Oh yeah, it's spoiler. It's okay. So you could pause now. You could step away, mute us, do whatever you need to do. You had your moment, so you don't have the spoils of this series, the season finale of Loki season 2.
So did I get this right? Tell me what happens here at the end. He basically is able to absorb. How would you describe how he fixed everything?
So he learned how to time slip very fast. You're talking about Loki, right?
Loki. Yeah.
He learned how to time slip like instantaneously, back and forth, and that's why he kept, like you said, kept going back, fixing it, finding a time, because it was all about time. He figured that out. Oh man, we just need more time to get He Who Remains back down the catwalk to the other side to fix the loom so it didn't blow up. And so that's what he did and got it working. But then that's all I can remember.
I mean, but then he like becomes like Loki, and then the branches start to like, I don't know. He saves the day.
Reconnect, maybe. I don't know. That's where you lost me. Dang it.
Well, I don't really. Here's the thing overall. So when I get my final grade, here's the thing overall about this series.
Yes.
You really have to pay attention.
100%. You can't leave.
You probably should have reviewed season 1 first. So
if you didn't do season 1, do season.
Yep. And if you did season 1, like I did a long time ago, you might want a refresher and maybe watch the first season.
Help yourself out. Help yourself out.
There are moments here in the series, Ahman, where I'm kind of like, hold on, time out. So he did the what now? And then now you're in the what timeline? And then he slipped where? And then, so there's a lot of that. But overall, I think that this series is just a treat. I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. So the grading scale I have is this.
Okay.
6 or 6.5, 5, 6 or 6.5 out of 10. Go ahead and watch it if you really want to. If I give you a 7 or a 7.5, it's good. It's probably worth your time. 8 or 8.5, it's really good. You need to watch this. 9, exceptional. Must watch. 9.5, it's elite. 10, all-time elite. Loved it. And on this episode or this season 2 of Loki, I'm going to give this a solid 9. 9.
That's your highest. I think that's your highest.
No, 10 is The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 9, and the only reason I don't think I give it a 9.5 or a 10 is because of what I just said. I can't even explain sometimes exactly what happened, but I know it was either good or bad within the context of the story. So I'll give it a solid 9. And there are 3 episodes where it's just half the series. at the time that it aired, I go, oh, that's my favorite episode. And then the next one goes, oh, I think that one's my favorite. And then the next one, oh, I think that one's my favorite. So it does it for half the episodes for me. 9.
There you go. There it is. There it is. John
there it is.
Gave it. So 9. And I'll I mean I could do mine now or I could do it later. It doesn't really matter. No, it does matter. Because it's a great series. I'm gonna go give it because I agree on all points.
Yeah.
And I'm probably right there with you. I would say I'm gonna give it a 9 as well because I mean the part of it that I like that people probably you don't think about it, right? But for me, I was thinking about it the whole time. You gotta remember, and I mentioned this with him, with Loki. Remember, he got choked out first season or first scene in Infinity War or Endgame, one of the other. And now he's done a whole lot, even though he got his Therex crushed by Thanos. He's basically saved multiple multiverses, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
And he died at one point. Like he's in one of the multiverses, he's dead, and he's not. He's done. So he kind of paid his due because he was he's the god of mischief, right?
Yeah.
And Thor's brother, not quite blood brother, but related in a way. So now it's like Loki is a different view of Loki now. I actually, since season 1, I looked at him differently because he actually had a purpose of good instead of just trying to make it out on his own and be looking out for himself. Like, I'm trying to get paid. That's what Loki was during the series, through the movies. He was like, I'm here for me. I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to get the stones. I'm trying to, I'm gonna fake you out, give you, something over here and it ain't that. So now he's had his aha moment where he's like, look, he's actually caring about stuff more than himself. And so I like that part of Loki that we've seen growing out of these first 2 seasons. And it's going to be other seasons. I mean, because it's still a lot of story to tell. But so that's what I'm excited. I'm happy to see, because it was always that he was an anti-villain, but now he's more of a hero or superhero than I think villain now. And he's done that. So like I said, I'm with you on it. I'm at a 9.
I mean, they could go on limited storylines when you're dealing with timelines and different multiverses. I mean, you could have 1,000 different episodes. But yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'm loving that one, and we'll talk about that next.
Yep, I gotta get on that myself, so I can't wait to see Donald Glover. God, I had the actress name.
Yeah, I don't know where that is yet.
I'll have it memorized by next week. There we go.
See you, man.
Peace out. All right, y'all. Now you got me. We gave the recap of, we kind of got out of order, but this is how we do it on the podcast. We just roll with the punches. So I gave my review a 9 for Loki here. So let me jump off of here, remove that. And now we're going to go straight down the line here. We go back up to top. Oh, I did make a this or that for today. Let's go there. Let's go to this or that.
This or that.
All right, this or that, y'all, since I'm solo. And this is a fun one. I thought I was gonna get to ask this to Tactical Gramma, but she had to go a little early. So we did this or that first person edition. So this should be a fun one. Here. So first with this or that. And if you have any, you're in the Discord, and if you have not joined my Discord, please do, because then you could put in suggestions for this or that. You could put in your best thing I've seen on social media. You could share that with us. And also, another one. Dang, I forgot. Yeah, it'll pop back in my head. I just had it. So this or that, first one on the list. Y'all in the chat, since it's just you and I. Battlefield or Call of Duty? Well, we know Tactical Gramma. She's Call of Duty Warzone all day. I know for me, I played both. I like them a lot. It's a lot of destruction. It's a lot of fun. But I'm going to go Call of Duty. Battlefield has its fun parts. I'm not saying I won't play it, but I'm just saying one or the other. Call of Duty, bam. JFK, my man. Call of Duty all day. I like the caps on the word too. That means he's serious about his Call of Duty. So JFK, I got you on my friends list on Activision, so we could play with Tactical anytime. All right, next one on the list, we're gonna go pretty fast. and this is easy for me. I mean, I played both, Halo or Doom. Everybody knows that. That's Halo for me. I did like Doom. I played Doom Eternal here on stream, and if y'all remember, I finished that game too. I finished it actually on stream to the end. So a fun game, but not my favorite shooter. Between these two, it's Halo all day. All the Halos, 1, 2, 3. What is it? Reach. What was it? Reach. God, there's a couple other. Infinity War, Infinity, Halo Infinity. And what's the one? Reach, Halo Reach, and ODST. That was it. ODST. There you go. Boom. All right, we're going fast. We're going quick. This or that today. Next one, Counter-Strike 1, a Rainbow Six Siege. Going pretty fast. Hands down. It's Halo, hands down. They introduced me to the online game. Yes, it did to me as well, JFK. We share that as well. So, Rainbow Six, Counter-Strike 1, because 2 just came out, so I don't think I know I haven't played it. I don't think everybody's played Counter-Strike 2. So for me, it's Rainbow Six Siege. I play Counter-Strike. I do like that, but I'm more accustomed. I remember playing Rainbow Six when it first came out, and I played it at a launch party in San Diego. A Ubisoft launch party. It's pretty dope. And it's like, man, this is all a team game. This is all about being a team game. You got everybody that has different talents, different expertise, and you got to work together to get through it. I.e. Valorant. So there you go. All right, and JFK is White Ritme, Rainbow Six Siege. Is he the only one catching the questions? I understand. All right, next FPS shooter, Titanfall and Destiny. We're talking about Destiny quite a lot here with Tactical Gramma and John, and it is a long game. Titanfall was a fun game. There's only 2 of them, and Destiny's have how many DLC updates in the last 7 years, 6 years? A lot. All right. So I'm gonna say Titanfall. I like Titanfall. I mean, I played Destiny probably more because of the time it took to play, but I like Titanfall. So I never played Titanfall, and Destiny had my attention for like 2 months. I could say that. I had a friend. Me and him would jump online, and we'd probably be at it for 4 hours. And it was around the time I just retired from playing ball, and so I was on the sticks a lot because I had nothing else. I had no job. I had nothing else to do. And this is before I started streaming, too. I was like, dang. All right, last one here. And this was for Tactical Grandma. And she answered that question. It was mouse and keyboard because of her arthritis. So controller or mouse and keyboard for me, I have to say controller. I'm better at that. That doesn't make me a better player. It's just what I'm comfortable using. I'll say that. I am getting used to mouse and keyboard. I do play mouse and keyboard. I play Valorant and I play Overwatch. Mouse and keyboard, so I'm ambidextrous between peripherals. Y'all get what I'm saying. So I'm not scared of the mouse and keyboard. Controller for JFK. Of course, you're a Madden guy. You just like me. Any Madden player, yeah. And gotta get Tactical Grandma on some Madden. She didn't beat up the hubby on there. We gotta have some fun. Play some Madden. There we go. All right, this or that is complete. Let's head over to game releases.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
Oh, all right, let's get the screen ready here. So we got game releases of the week. Here's the games. Got Pacific Drive. That was John's. I'll just let the video play, I guess, because he has to read for that, and I don't really have that with me. I have my game, Nightingale. But here's Pacific Drive. Let's just we'll let the video run, and I'll turn the volume up. There we go. I'll let the voiceover actor do the job here, but it looks like a fun game. Pacific Drive comes out on PlayStation 5 and PC. Is out tomorrow here in the US and everywhere. So we got Pacific Drive.
The chain of events were in plain sight. Strange accidents leading to the government's claim of eminent domain.
I'm liking what I see here.
Seizure of the peninsula.
It looks like a Fallout-esque type game. Is it zombies? I don't know. Let's find out.
At containing the rumors that spread like wildfire.
Start the zone. Okay. So this wasn't my game, for everybody to know. This wasn't the game I picked. This is John's game, so I'm just letting the video run. So that's why I'm not really commenting on it. Just letting y'all know. But it says discover the secrets. Oh, we got power. We look like we got a Ghostbusters Ecto 1 feel thing going on there. We have like entities. We see like Jedi power stuff going on. Uncover the past. And we have look like a ghost is driving that car. And it looks like you have all type of kinetic powers, mind stuff, ghosts, the other side going on here in this movie. Y'all like my description here? I'm going ham right now. Harness the power, as it says. You're in a broke down, raggedy Ecto 1. Ecto 1's cousin. We'll just call that. That's what we'll call that. That wagon. It's Ecto, and you can modify it. You can modify the Ecto 1's cousin. That's pretty dope. Pacific Drive. So you are in a station wagon on Pacific Coast Highway. Just saying. I don't know. All right. There we go. That was y'all like my description? Oh man. I was having fun with that one. All right, now this is the game I covered. It is called Nightingale. All right. We got a whole bunch of stuff with Nightingale here. Let me hit the play button there. Hit the play button here. There it is, Nightingale. So we got
the Feywilds await, and so too Nightingale.
All right, we got a shared world survival crafting game. Set out. Well, I'll let him talk a little bit. You know, I'm gonna talk. This is my game. I'm gonna talk. So set out on a journey of survival and adventure into the mysterious and dangerous Fey realms of Nightingale. Become an intrepid realm walker and venture forth alone or with friends as you explore, craft, build, and fight across visually stunning gas-slapped fantasy world. Survive, unlock arcane portals leading into the mystical lands of Fey. Navigate Feywild forest, farrowing swamps, and simmering deserts, overcoming the challenges and malevolent forces unique to each realm. That's what we saw in that other game, malevolent forces. Craft, so you could craft tools to harvest precious resources found across the realm. Discover cinematic and assemble. Cinematics and assemble advanced equipment, weaponry to survive. As you master mystic spellcraft, learn to enhance your gear with magical properties. Build, construct grand estates that provide shelter and respite for weary realm walkers. Customize and expand your base by unlocking all brand new building options and even form communities to safely live off the land. So there you go. You also explore more. You could co-op this game or solo, and a lot of adventures to encounter with Nightingale. There you go. That is my game release of the week. We're wrapping up the show, and we already did what's on stream, so we are done with the show, man. I appreciate everybody coming today. I appreciate Tactical Gramma. We're going to be playing some Call of Duty together, some Warzone for show. And if you on my friends list on PlayStation, on PC, on Xbox, hey, just jump in with us. Nightingale is a RPG. Sorry about that, JFK. It is a RPG for you. So they got a lot of crazy graphics. You do a lot. You craft. You build. You could co-op. You could solo. What else? And explore. That's what RPG is all about in the open world sense when they have that in the game. Like Outer Worlds, like Borderlands 3, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Oh my God. You already know. If you're a repeat, you've been a loyal greenie for a long time. I didn't get a chance to tell Tactical Gramma that what I call y'all. Y'all my greenies. She got grandkids. I got greenie. Oh, hey, the grandkids one, I don't know. That's genius. Genius. I love that she called her community grandkids. She's Tactical Grandma. Of course. It works. It works. So I appreciate everybody in chat today, JFK, even though you showed up late. It's all good, bro. Better late than never, I always say. Who else we had in here? Average Historian, always doing good. Jeremy knocking out the clips for us on social media. Jeremy helps us out with everything from Swick Entertainment, or Swick Media, excuse me. Swick Media. He does all our clips. He puts them together. He cuts them up. We post them. Does a fantastic job. Been doing it with us for almost 2 years now, if not longer. Mad Max, man, how you doing? And I appreciate everybody in the chat of Discord and on my social media wishing me happy birthday last Friday, man. Appreciate y'all. Now I just got to get my Bowser and my Sonic the Hedgehog Lego set back. They jacked it off the front porch, man. Golly, that hurt my feelings. I was so mad. What's up, Hollywood? Hilfin? How you doing? Notorious, always good, helping us out. Taylor, what's good with you? And like I said, we are on Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn, and Facebook. Eventually, we're going to be on TikTok. Because StreamYard hasn't had TikTok yet. So until they do, we'll be on TikTok next. So we everywhere. Like Tactical Grandma said. I just got to get me... Well, I do have a website for the podcast. But since I'm going to be streaming now, so that's another thing. We're going to start. We got a fun couple weeks and months of special guests coming on. And we're going to ask all the time, hey, you want a game? So we get to play a little bit of something they like to play. And then I'm going to start streaming more. Actually, I'm going to just take a break. And if everything holds up fine, I'm going to keep the stream going and play some games. Or I might have to restart it. Take a bigger break and come back on here in about a half hour or so, maybe. And because I'm going to stream tonight for sure. Tomorrow's my day off. I got a job, but I don't have no job tomorrow. So, hey, appreciate y'all. I say for podcast sake, I'm gonna turn it off, but I'll be coming back on here on Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge in about an hour. Let's say an hour, and I'm gonna stream for a couple hours. I have not streamed video games in a while, so I love doing that with Tactical Grandma. So I'm gonna come back on that. And these are all my social links where you can find John, myself, and Rico, who's all working. But these are all where you can find us, follow us, share us, retweet us. Go on to the podcast space, like Apple Podcasts. Refollow us if you didn't do it. And if you did it for the first time, please go there, Apple, or wherever you down your podcasts. We're there. Get in there. And if it doesn't show up, let us know so we make sure things show up, because we want you get y'all notification. We want y'all to get the notification so you know we're about to go online live. It's going to be different times. And right now, I'm thinking it's going to stay on Wednesday. We had some stuff moving around. Last week was 8 a.m. Today was 3 o'clock. That was only because of Tactical Grandma being on the West Coast. We're in the Midwest. If I would have went early, she would have been doing this at like 6 a.m. Can't have that. So I said I'll adjust to help you out, Tactical. No problem. So I will be doing that. So it'll still be on Wednesday. So it might be either early or later in the evening, like now. And then I'm gonna be back on gaming here in about an hour. So about 5 o'clock. I say it's going on 5 o'clock now. So about 6 o'clock, I'll be coming back on to stream. I don't know what I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna stream something. I need to stream something. All right. What's up, Mad Max? Yep. I'm gonna either do Halo or Call of Duty. Say one of my favorites. So it's gonna be Halo or Madden. If y'all want to make a vote, let me know in Discord, and y'all could join me. That's why this is the Gamers Lounge, and I'm gonna do it still out of here. See, because it looked like it held. Last time my internet wasn't good, so I tested it, and the internet's way better here, so I can actually stream from StreamYard. Ooh, have some fun. All right, y'all. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna jump off. Appreciate everyone coming into the show today, and again, follow, retweet, reshare, go to wherever you download your podcast to follow us and get your notifications. And we'll be back here for the podcast and gaming. Same bad time, same bad channel. So you jump into Discord. It'll most likely be, if it could be the evening again, I'll do 3 o'clock start time again, because I think that hits for everybody's sweet spot. So thank you for jumping in, and I will see y'all next week. All right, get out of here. Gotta do some things. Let's do this first. Do music. keep that off.